Hello, comic book guys and gals, and welcome to Comic Mag Musings. I'm your host, Bill Miller. Super excited because today we are doing a support video. This is the 250 sub 4th of July contest sponsored by Man Cave Comics. So real quickly, let's get through the rules. You must be 18 or older. You need to be subscribed to Man Cave Comics, and you have to let him know that you made a video, and you would do that in his 250 sub 4th of July giveaway video. Just put the comment in there. It's pretty simple. You just need to come up with 3 artists and show 3 comic book covers for each of those 3 artists. So 9 comic books in total. You don't have to, but you can certainly let him know why you appreciate that artist or those covers. And you don't even necessarily need to like them. You can find an artist and covers by that artist who you're not fond of and explain why. But at the very least, you just need to show the covers. I believe the contest will run through August 1st. He said the first Saturday in August, that would be the first. That may change, but that's the latest information that I have. So first of all, Man Cave Comics, congrats on reaching and leaping past 250 subs. As I check today, you're at 287, and I imagine that will continue to climb. So good on you, sir. And here is my submission. Oh, but prior to my submission, I should also point out that he's giving away the last GA copy of Captain America. I think it's 78, which is a wonderful prize that anyone would love to get. And I'm sure there's a clamor in our community to get those videos out to have an opportunity to win that prize. If I am fortunate enough to win, I will be prize tagging TheJacksonRoykirk. Even though Grandpa always said, never trust a YouTube channel with 3 first names, I'm making an exception for TheJacksonRoykirk. He is my barbarian brother, a tremendous supporter of the comic book community, and very knowledgeable when it comes to comic books. A great friend, a great community member, and if you haven't checked out his channel, I would encourage you to do so. All one word, TheJacksonRoykirk. He does a lot of different quirky bumpers and promos for TV shows and cartoons that are just fun to watch. So please give him a check. I'll have Man Cave's channel link and TheJacksonRoykirk's channel link in the description. So without further ado, let's get into 3 artists with each having 3 covers for us to look at. First, we're going to go with, and these aren't necessarily my 3 favorite artists, but they are all within my top 20 favorite artists. I can safely say that. The first, we have Bill Sienkiewicz. This is Moon Knight number 22. And he's done a lot of incredible work. Moon Knight being one of the longest runs he's worked on, but he's done some beautiful art for Elektra. This is number 21. Just look at how the yellows just pop on that. Just gorgeous line work. He did some work on the Hulk, and he's done some recent covers. He recently did a Carnageized Conan cover, which is stupendous. I can't find it. I searched everywhere for that guy. Cannot find it. This is Moon Knight number 31. So very much, in my opinion, an abstract impressionist. If you've seen some of his line work, it's definitely misty, swirly, vague in the beginning and ending of some parts. Really bold and revolutionary for the type of artwork that he brought. So, beautiful art, Bill Sienkiewicz. Next, we have this fella, Jim Steranko. So just one of the incredible comic book artists, in my opinion. And he doesn't have a whole lot of work that he's done. But what he has done has been very impactful. One of my faves of his. To me, he was the best at introducing pop art to the comic medium. I'm a big fan of pop art if it's done right. Jasper Johns, probably one of my favorite artists. The way he can take what subsequently become iconic images, but the way he can take a seemingly simplistic image that packs so much power to be interpreted in so many different ways is just amazing to me. With the flag, the target, 3 flags, just incredible. Love his stuff. Someday I hope to make millions so I can buy one of his pieces. But I think that Steranko did a wonderful job of translating iconic pop art to the comic book medium. And lastly, but certainly not least, we have Boris Vallejo. It's really Vallejo, but we'll say Vallejo. This one's from 1976, number 10, right? He is just incredible. Originally from Peru. He's a longtime fantasy sword and sorcery artist. Done a lot of work in paperback books, posters, particularly movie posters. And he married an American named Julie Bell, who's also an acclaimed fantasy artist. And she's done a little bit of work in comics as well. But next to Frazetta, whose work on the Conan trades from the 60s really visually redefined Conan specifically and sword and sorcery in general from that point forward. Next to him, I would say, here's number 1, that Boris would be probably the most iconic cover artist in sword and sorcery. He did he essentially followed in the footsteps of Frazetta. He's very Frazetta-like, if you will. And for my money, he's probably, and there are so many good cover artists for Savage Sword, he's probably the best. If not the best, definitely in the top 3, in my opinion. There are so many good ones, though. This is probably my favorite Savage Sword cover. This is number 5. Just glorious. Beyond amazing. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So excited to get this guy. And so those are my 3 for 3. We have Bill Sienkiewicz, Jim Steranko, and Boris Vallejo. So thank you very much. I would encourage you to subscribe to Man Cave Comics. And thank you, Man Cave Comics, for providing this contest for us. And I would also encourage you to subscribe to TheJacksonRoykirk. One last thing. Always remember, we're taking over the world one comic book at a time. Thanks, guys.